On this episode of the Loc'd podcast, what really made me just be like, yeah, I want to do hair was when I had a bad experience with my stylist. She had messed up my hair. We ended up having a job fair come to our school, and they had one for the school that I attended to get my cosmetology license, Kim Schuler.
When did you know that doing hair was like your passion?
I knew hair was my passion when I quit McDonald's.
Whether that's from America or whether that was just from last week with a girl going to East Tennessee State to do physical therapy. Mm-hmm. Like, it's like the journey behind all that.
Definitely.
So have you, this is a serious question, have you thought about doing motivational speaking?
I have, and I honestly feel like I would be good for doing that, and I know I have to stop just saying I'm thinking about it and do it, but I really am. I'm gonna do it. Could I give you like a suggestion?
Yes.
Take a leap of faith. Do what you feel like is gonna make you the best version of you.
Hey, I want to thank Raven for being on the podcast, and I also want to thank Raven for helping us out with doing the live stream. It was so bad when we had got that notification saying we can't do it because of 1,000 followers on Instagram. And so we're gonna adjust differently. So again, appreciate y'all for watching. Y'all make sure to subscribe, like, and share. Again, we appreciate y'all support. Everything is trying to knock us out, but we're gonna continue to do this podcast, whether we like it, whether we struggle through it, we're gonna continue. So again, Raven, thank you so much for allowing us to be on your Instagram to record it. And hopefully y'all enjoy it, man. Let us know in the comments what you like about this episode. And yeah, let's get into it.
Loc'd In Podcast. How y'all doing? Hope y'all doing good. Apparently we can't go live on Instagram on our side, so we're doing it off of Raven's Instagram. Again, thank you so much for coming.
No problem.
Man, it sucks that things have changed so much, man. But seriously, I hope y'all doing good. We wanted to do another special guest episode with my hairstylist. You know what I'm saying? She does real good. Dang, D.
My high school experience was different, I could say, because when I first started high school, I wasn't fully into doing hair just yet. I was still kind of figuring out what I wanted, but I was transitioning to that slowly but surely. When I was in like 10th grade, I was working at McDonald's. But I don't know, I think something just kind of clicked when I was there, and I just kind of felt like, that wasn't my journey or my path. So I started getting more serious about doing hair. I even had cut out sports just so I could be invested into what I do now, which is hair.
Just to ask, when did you actually start wanting to do it hair?
It's a crazy story, I'm not gonna lie. I always loved doing hair. People, especially if I was in school, sometimes girls would be like, Raven, put my hair in a ponytail, and I was like, I got you. I'd be in the bathroom doing little stuff to girls' hair, elementary school. But see, I think what really made me just be like, yeah, I want to do hair was when I had a bad experience with my stylist. She had messed up my hair, and I cried about it, and I told my mom, I was like, I'm not letting nobody else touch my hair. So after that day, I started just practicing on myself, and it grew on me to a point where I wanted to keep doing it. I would change my hair up every other week. Some nights I would get up 1 o'clock in the morning randomly and be like, I'm gonna do my hair. And I would do that. That was just my thing. But yeah, it was, after that, kind of just went from there for real.
So did you go to college or?
I'm be real. College, I already knew that wasn't for me. College just was not my route. Me personally, I feel like I don't have the attention span for college. My 12th grade year, I didn't apply for no colleges. I'm gonna be real. Because I knew that's not what I wanted to do for real. We ended up having a job fair come to our school, and they had one for the school that I attended to get my cosmetology license, Kenneth Schuler. And it's crazy because the same day they came, I literally applied for that the same day. I kind of knew then that it was meant for me because I did it just like that. And it took me all that school year even figure out if I really wanted to go to college or not. And I knew that wasn't really for me. But, you know, it's like a traditional thing for parents to want their child to go to college and do stuff like that. So I was considering it, but a big part of me was like, that's not you.
So as you transition to like cosmetology school, like tell me the experiences that you had to go through, and like what was like one of the biggest things you learned from it?
Oh man, cosmetology school was like a growth journey for me. Honestly, it helped me build a foundation as far as my mentality and my drive goes as an individual or entity. My experience in cosmetology school was kind of rough, real. That was like one of my hard seasons. I went through a lot in cosmetology school, but it helped me grow individually, like mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I feel like it brought me to a more serious point where I started taking myself more serious, and I wanted to start being a better version of myself. Because before cosmetology school, I really had that I don't care attitude. It is what it is. I'm going to do what I want. But I started to be rebellious, and stuff wasn't going my way. So through trial and error, it forced me to slow down and sit down and actually take my time and get a grasp and an understanding of my journey and why things are the way they are and why I'm going through the trials or tribulations that I was going through at that time. It made me a better person though, all in all, but it was a lot. I ain't gonna lie, it was a lot.
So, I guess this comes full circle. Like, when did you know that doing hair was like your passion?
I knew hair was my passion when I quit McDonald's. My last day there, I had came to a realization because I was working at McDonald's, I was doing hair, and I just kind of like, and I was going to school at the time, and McDonald's was like really wear and tear on me, I'm not gonna lie, and I was making more hair. I was making more money doing hair than what I was working at McDonald's. So I ended up getting into it with my manager, and I was just like, you know what, like you need this more than I do, you know? And then it was like from that point forward, I was like, I'm gonna put all my focus into what I love, which is hair. And so now, 6 years later, that's where I'm at with it. I ain't stopped.
Well, you already answered another question. Like, what have you enjoyed most about doing like your and people's hair?
I love touching people's spirits because it's more than just doing a person's hair. Like, you be your client's therapist, you be their friend, you be their mentor, you be their coach. You really like, you're more than just behind the chair. Because you gonna have some clients who literally cling on to you. You never know who watching you. You never know who look up to you. I have clients who have told me like, you know, I inspire you. That's been following me since my journey began. You know, and they've seen all versions of me from the very beginning to who I am now. And some people really do be inspired by your growth journey. Like, stuff really do mean something to other people. The little stuff that you think isn't big is big to other people. You never know what type of impact you make on other people's, or influence that you will make on another person's life. You know what I'm saying? And it just kind of, all in all, made me feel like, okay, this is what I love to do. I love to make people smile. Hair brings out a person's confidence, and I get to help bring out a version of them, not only on the outside, but within as well.
So I gotta ask, because I'm gonna get into some deeper stuff. Like, for you, like, what are some big trends like that's in braiding today that you've kind of seen that's been growing the last 6 years you've done hair?
Trends that's been growing. I ain't gonna lie, wigs. Wigs. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like people have made wigs very popular. I mean, my first wig I bought, spent like almost $500 on that wig. Yes, my mom was talking junk. She was like, "Why you waste your money on that?" But I got my $500 worth on it. I ain't gonna lie. I was practicing so much on that wig. I had to cut, color, dye. I did everything. But the type of person I am, if it's something that I want to do, I'm going to do it on myself first before I do it on somebody else. So it was just like one of them things where I'm like, I'm going to learn how to do this. Everybody want this and I don't know how to do it. That's another thing. I don't like telling people I don't know how to do something. So if I don't know how to do something, I'm going to learn it. I'm going to learn how to do it because I don't like to tell somebody, no, I can't do this. I want to be like, yeah, I can do that for you. You know, I want to have a chair where it's diverse. Anybody can come sit in my chair. Anybody can feel comfortable. I can work with whatever, whenever.
So speaking of diverse, are you having more like white customers just want braids, or is it like, you know, is it kind of like just hard to?
I have a white clientele, and I've had white clients that's wanted braids before. I had a client, she was coming all the time and get braids, but then I also have my white clients who like to get cuts, or they might want highlights and stuff. That's why I say, like, it's just important to be diverse because you never know, like, what your client might want. You know what I'm saying? And it's just always good to have an understanding and knowing other people's hair instead of just your own. Because if it's really a passion for you, you're going to go that extra extent, that extra mile to be the best version that you could be at, whatever it is that you do for real.
So, I guess this is off the question that I have on the paper. What's something, like, what was your first ever, like, head that you did?
Oh, my first head. I can't even. Ooh, that's a good one. My first head, it was some braids. I ain't gonna lie. They was some toe up braids. Lord, they was toe up for real. But you know, you gotta start somewhere. They was actually box braids, and I ain't gonna lie, I lied. The lady was like, "You could do braids." I'm like, "Yeah, I could braid." In my head, I thought I could braid. But I ain't gonna lie, I did her some small box braids. I sat there all day trying to do them box braids. And that was a little, but I did it though. I got through it. And I didn't get paid a whole lot for it. I really was just happy she let me even just do her hair for real. Like, I was just willing to take anybody when I first started. Because let me do your hair. I know I can do it. I just ain't got good at it, but I know I could do it. Like, that was the mentality for real.
So I must ask, because this was something that my people been asking too. Like, my people was talking about how I don't really like talking like this in a sense, but you have heard about like the African thing that's been going on lately, with how they be getting like blasted. Like
for how like the customer service and stuff like that. Service. Yeah.
Tell me what is like. Or I'm just going to clarify it like this. Tell me how customer service is important to people that, may have first time.
I feel like in general, as a service provider, it don't matter what you do. People gonna always come to you for you, not necessarily what you do. You probably don't do hair. You might not do hair good. But just because you have a genuine heart and you care about your client, you're going to take your time and you're going to try your best to do it, they'll keep coming to you. It ain't necessarily got to be like, you know what I'm saying, what you do. It's how you move about it. Like, you know, just make your client feel warm and welcome. Make them feel like they've been sitting in your chair forever, their first time. Like, make them feel like y'all been friends for 10 years and you probably just met them. Like, you gotta make the environment comfortable for whoever it is that you having. support your business. Because that's all it is. At the end of the day, these are people that's supportive of your business, whether they might have did it the way that you like them to or not. Support is support, and you have to be appreciative of that, because they could have took their business somewhere else at the end of the day, but they decided to come to you.
So yeah, y'all know I'm a lockhead.
Yeah.
And she has done my hair 4 times in almost a year.
Yeah.
So for people, who has at least locks, I'm just gonna say this because I'm a lockhead. What are some styles what are some recommendations for people that's trying to start locks?
If you're trying to start locks, be committed to it. If you're not gonna commit, don't get no locks. Locks are a commitment. It's a journey. Just because you lock your hair don't mean you're not supposed to do stuff to it. You're supposed to take care of your hair just as much as you would if it was free. At the end of the day, your locks tell a story. You know what I'm saying? It's a part of your journey. You're supposed to love on your hair. When you love on your hair will love you back. So it's important to take care of it. Make sure you're getting proper maintenance on the locks. Make sure you're not waiting 4 or 5 months before you get your retwist. Come every other month. So that way it won't hurt when you get your hair done. You won't experience thinning. You want to make sure that whatever problems that you're having or you're starting to see, you want your stylist to get that on in the earlier stages. You don't want to wait till it gets too far gone to where you might have to start over, because then you're going to be upset. That type of thing.
And that's for people that have natural hair.
Yes, it's the same thing. Like, say if a person wants color in their hair. Me personally, if I know for a fact you don't take care of your hair, I'm not doing no color on you. Like, people think color and chemicals is what makes your hair fall out. It's the maintenance. It's the aftercare. If you're not properly moisturizing your hair, or if you're not doing the necessary treatments or taking the necessary steps to promote health for your hair, of course your hair is going to fall out. You're neglecting it. Your hair, it's its own individual entity as well. Like, you have to care for it as if it's like your baby. Like, you gotta love your hair so it'll love you back. Same thing with your car. Like, you finna get that oil change. You finna get them tires rotated. You gonna do all those things to keep your car running, right? It's the same thing with your hair. You gotta keep your hair growing. So yeah.
So speaking of the natural hair, is it harder to do natural hair or is it harder to do weave?
Hair in general isn't hard for me. I'm not gonna lie. It's more the time frame than it is what I'm doing. The amount of time that a person stays on my face. Nothing against my clients, because I love them. But it's certain styles, like, say I might do, and this is a misconception too, because people be getting upset, like, when people charge a certain amount, like, for box braids and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But my whole thing is, you'll pay $200 for a wig install, but you won't pay that amount for some box braids. Your wig install probably gonna last you 3 to 4 weeks max. You can make some box braids or some knotless last you for 2-3 months. Hair is an investment. It's what you invest in. So at the end of the day, like, if a person is standing on their feet for 12 hours a day, that's a 12-hour shift. You gonna want to, and then say if I charged you $180, do you feel like $180 for some long, small box braids to your knees? You think that's worth $180? Standing up that long? I'm just saying.
Oh my. I guess it's just this thing I can kind of talk about, because I don't know hair like that. I only know about locks. Yeah. But so I guess this is a good question to ask, because I'm thinking about it. Like, what's the benefit of like braids?
It promotes healthy hair growth. Also, that's something that our ancestors did. Like, it keeps you connected to your roots. That's a part of our culture. That's who we are. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta embrace who you are. Like, we're not supposed to be straightening our hair and altering the natural texture that your hair is. You're supposed to embrace it. You know what I'm saying? Do things that's gonna help promote it versus hurt it. Because why would you want to straighten out some beautiful curly hair?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Enhance it. Start wearing you some twist outs. Start doing you like little styles. You do twisties in the front if you want it. Embrace who you are. You know what I'm saying? You don't have nobody to impress but yourself. You gotta set the tone.
Okay. So, what is the what is the, how do I clarify? Because you say nothing is hard.
Yeah.
What was the longest hairstyle you had to do?
Ooh. Some extra small knotless kneeling. Bohemian small knotless kneeling. Them with the curls. Them took me a couple of days. And then as a stylist, if you doing your friend hair, females know, if you have a friend and you doing their hair and you a stylist, you gonna take longer than what you supposed to. Because not only you doing their hair, you in there playing, y'all talking, laughing, doing everything else. So it's gonna take you a minute to do their hair. So definitely, I did some small bohemian knotless. By the end of them couple of days, I told my friend, I was like, the least you could do is feed me. I'm hungry. That's the least you could do.
So now we get into like personal stuff.
Okay.
Do you have like any products that you made or
Yes.
anything that's kind of
UV Organics, you can go purchase if you text me directly. I make my own hair oil from scratch. I read herbal books. I did my own research on these, on my oil. I did it because for a long time I was struggling with how to take care of my natural hair, and I wanted to create something that I know would help not only promote healthy hair but healthy scalp, because if you have a healthy scalp, that's really the key to having healthy hair, if your scalp is healthy. So I wanted to create a scalp stimulator which will open up the pores in your hair and allows that moisture to lock and seal in your hair. So I put things like evening prime rose in my oil. I have ashwagandha. I have biotin. I also have botanical oil. People be saying it smell like coffee. That's a new thing. People be going after the botanical oil and stuff like that. But yeah, I put that in there. I put cloves in my oil and a bunch of other stuff. Like I said, I do my research. I have my herbal books. I also have something called saw palmetto berry in my oil. That is specialized for people who have alopecia and struggle with hair, like hard areas in their hair where the hair might not grow. That opens up the follicle in your hair to allow it to start growing. So yeah, pretty much.
Y'all heard her. Y'all text her and get her products. I personally have had it on my hair. It smells real good.
Thank you.
So yeah, y'all go after that. You know, I'll put it on the podcast too. So depending on the style, how much do you charge for hair?
I charge by the hour. I know that sounds crazy, but any style I do, I charge by how much I feel like I should be being paid by an hour. So say if I am doing, I don't know, take knotless for example. If I'm doing large knotless, I'll say I want to make like $30 an hour, and it's gonna take me about 4. That's 120. But I do hair included too, so I might do 160 altogether, hair included, and you be out 4 hours. So you know, it just depends on what you get. Versus say I might do natural hair or something, I'm gonna charge you probably like $55 to do some natural hair, because it probably ain't gonna take me that long. It'll probably take me an hour or two, at the most 2 hours, to do your natural hair, or braid your, or style your hair some type of way.
So speaking of business, right? I had to ask people, I asked my family members because I wanted to get more questions that was kind of in depth.
Yeah.
So what was the biggest lesson that you learned posting on social media to expand your business? A lot of people watching, not everybody gonna support you. A
A lot of people will watch and not a lot of people will support you. Nobody can see your vision but you. Only you see where you're going. And it's not necessarily, you can't expect nothing from nobody neither. You know what I'm saying? If you don't support me, that's cool. It's whatever. I'll come back around and get you later. I'm going to focus on the ones who support me right now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to keep them with me, because eventually people will see what you've been saying this whole time. You don't really have to even say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, your journey is your journey. You just have to embrace it. No one owes you anything. You know what I'm saying? You got to go out here and really get it if that's what you want. It's just all about perseverance and persistency.
So what prompted you to showcase your work on social media?
Just being proud. I ain't gonna lie. When I first started doing hair, it'd be sometimes I would finish a client hair, no lie, and I just be taking pictures, just happy, and I be forgetting I'm getting paid. Forget to get my money. I'm just happy you let me did your hair, and I be proud, like, oh, I gotta post this. I did good on this, you know. And I'm the type of person, even if I don't like my work, I'm still gonna take pictures of it, because progress is progress, no matter what.
So, for a beginning cosmetology, what advice would you give to them about growing their brand and also having a support system without feeling like they believing that they can do what they can do without feeling like no one, like the support aspect of it? You know?
Be your own support system. Allow yourself to become one with who you are. Embrace that, love that, because it plays a big part in who you are. You're gonna have a lot of people who gonna doubt you, and it's gonna be the people that you at least expect. Like, it's gonna be people closest to you that's going to make you feel like what you're doing is not enough. And honestly, it's not up to them. At the end of the day, do what you feel like is right for you. Do what you feel like is gonna help you persevere and become that version that you know you're meant to be. Like, nobody, like I said, nobody sees your vision but you. So it makes no sense to allow someone else to come in and deteriorate you from what you already know you got in place. You don't need nobody to tell you that.
Okay. I got some more questions, but this is the last question that's on this paper. So, like, what's your favorite hairstyle to do?
My favorite hairstyle, I love making changes on people, so I would have to say, like, haircuts, pixie cuts. I love to do color. I love coloring and I love pixie cuts. Like, I want to make transformations when I do hair. Like, I want you to walk out looking like a whole new person when you walk out the door. Like, the first thing I need to see when you look in that mirror is you smiling. I need to see nothing but teeth.
So, he said, D, you better run for that. You better run that bread. I will, OG. He be saying, he be telling me that I need to give you this gift, and like he keeps forcing me to be like, hey, you need to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now let's go into more of the personal side, because you have these conversations all the time.
Yeah, definitely.
So before I start, I want to say on personal end, and I'm not doing this for attention, but thank you for helping me out with my locks.
Yeah.
Because the boys were raggedy early on, and like I said, man, it has grown a lot since I had you. Shout out to your mother, because she was the one who had told me about you.
Yeah.
When she had did the hair, when she told me that, like, I need a cosmetologist.
Yeah.
And again, you've helped me a lot with my hair.
Yeah, no, I appreciate the fact that I even got to meet you. I love doing your hair, because we always have detailed discussions. And like I said, like, I love building bonds with my clients and getting to know them on a personal level, because then that helps me better understand you as a person and your hair too. And I could shower your hair with love and tender care, you know?
Yeah.
So I appreciate you.
So the questions I have for you, because we normally talk about life stuff on the podcast, but I normally do special guest episodes. So how do you apply, like, the way you do hair into your own personal life?
I could do hair through any type of emotion that I'm going through. Hair is what keeps me going. Honestly, I'm gonna be 100% real with you. If it wasn't for hair, I wouldn't be where I'm at. Like, for real, hair carried me through a lot of different times, or, you know, just different parts of my life where I didn't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, God give his toughest battles to his most strongest soldiers. So it was certain hurts or certain, you know, traumas or experiences that I went through that I wasn't equipped to handle or understand how to deal with it. I kind of had to just go with it and learn as I go. But through it all, I learned hair has always been my number one. That's been my baby through anything. That's always been the answer. Every time I fell down, I'm doing hair. Every time I'm up, I'm doing hair. No matter what, it's always been hair. So I could never forget or, you know, shy away from what truly built me as an individual.
Right. I'll tell you from like the perspective of asking from hair, podcasting, beat making, all that. Right?
Yeah.
So for me, like, podcasting has helped me build relationships.
Yeah.
Like I said, I know that it has helped me with speaking.
Yeah.
I wasn't the best speaker when I started this journey with my boys 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I will always, and I still do, like every time we start a podcast, you know, you can ask OG.
Yeah.
Like, I'm always tending to be nervous because I'm thinking like, well, my mind's already racing on questions and always being like, you know, I tend to slip up with saying certain things.
Yeah.
So podcasting for me, and I guess in the sense of applying to life, it has built bonds with people. I have talked to people that have done crazy stuff, whether that's from AmeriCorps, whether that was just from last week with a girl going to East Tennessee State to do physical therapy. Like, you know, it's like the journey behind all that.
Definitely. I kind of feel like entrepreneurship in general is a journey within itself. You have no choice but to be on a spiritual journey, and you have no choice but to mentally, spiritually, emotionally grow as an individual, because you're forced to deal with certain tasks that not a normal person would have to go through. You're challenged, like, you challenging yourself every day just by being an entrepreneur, because it's certain aspects of yourself that you aren't necessarily comfortable with, like you said, talking. You have to talk. You like podcasting. You know what I'm saying? Me, it was being more outgoing, you know, talking to people and stuff. Like, I used to go out a lot. I used to party and stuff. But it, not only was I partying, I was promoting my business too. Like, if I seen somebody and I'm like, ooh, I could do that. Let me walk up to you real quick and let me promote myself, because if I don't do that, you're not gonna know who I am. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's been times where I've dressed up and just went to the mall and passed out business cards. Didn't have no hair to do that day, but I'm gonna find something to keep me going and be productive. You know what I'm saying? And help build my brand, because if I don't do it, who else gonna do it?
Yeah, and that's as you told me. You know, like, don't allow. You said things like, don't allow people to like stop you from what you want to do.
Yeah.
So for the people that might be doing something like, you know, like podcasting, like building a brand of yourself, like, you know, if it's just keep on posting, man. You know, be patient with thinking that people don't see you.
Oh yeah.
Be patient, because, you know, like I said, there's a lot of people that I'm like, and as Raven said, that you think that's supporting you for real, but they really aren't.
They just watching.
They just
want to see what you got going on so they can report. And like I said, like, it really be the ones closest to you. Oh my gosh. One thing I learned about having a business and just elevating in life in general, you gotta let people go. People be dead weight for real. You have to allow yourself to release people, things, all entities that's holding you down like a dead weight. You have to release it and let it go in order for you to level up in life. Because one thing I learned, like, everybody got their own journey. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you got to do what's best beneficial for you and your journey. Because can't nobody else do this walk for you.
Right.
It's all on you. So you gotta make certain sacrifices, even if it do hurt your feelings. You might really love that person, but they don't mean you no good. You have to allow yourself to release, but release with love. Don't leave hate behind. Actually allow yourself to let go, but be at peace within, so you can move on and actually be happy for real. Because some people will hold on until they release their emotions, but in a bad way. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes certain stuff just isn't worth it, you know? Especially because I had to learn that too. Like, not everything deserves a reaction.
Right.
That takes time too.
Yeah.
That takes a lot of time.
So, I must ask you, like, what is something that you've learned, you know, through this journey of life that has, like, that you never thought you would have learned before?
I learned how to be patient and allow God. It's not about me. It's bigger than me. And the sooner you realize your journey is bigger than you as an individual, I feel like the more you'll become one with who you are as a person. Because you have to be able to understand life in a perspective of not just your own, but other people around you as well. Because how can you say, you know, like you truly understand things in life if you don't understand all perspectives across the board? You can't really say that you know everything. You only know this version. You gotta know all these versions. And then, you know, depictate whatever it is that you feel like makes sense out of it all. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I take my journey day by day. I'm learning how to release and have patience and allow myself to be the best version I can be. You know, a lot of stuff just don't be worth it when you're trying to grow. You gotta be okay with sacrificing and letting stuff go and be what it is.
As for me, I think that would be maturity.
Okay.
I think, honestly, that being said, like, at 20, or at 20 years old, like, I had my cousin ask me a question. He was like, "Why don't you cuss?"
Yeah.
Right. And if you do cuss, you know, I'm not saying don't cuss. Whatever you do, what you do. But for me, I didn't cuss.
Yeah.
So because we was talking about it, because like I said, we was trying to plan for the podcast and stuff, and he was just like, "Hey, why don't you cuss? Because you know, people take it a certain way. People take it as standoffish if you don't, you know, do that." Depending on the person.
Right.
So I told him, I said, we're 21 and 22. In order to grow, I had to let that stuff go.
Yeah, you had to let that old version of you go.
Because the benefit of trying to become somebody that's special is letting those situations that has hurt you or that has made you held you back go. So, you got to say something? Oh. So, for me, I don't cuss.
Yeah.
You know, I don't go to parties. I don't smoke. I don't drink.
But see, that's discipline. That's real discipline.
If you do, I'm not judging you. If you do, you know what I'm saying? I understand why people do it. But for me,
but that's a good form of self-discipline. Like, everybody should have that. Like I said, I had different versions of me. I was that version where I was smoking, drinking, partying. I don't do none of that no more. I actually go out and have activities. I don't smoke anymore. I don't drink. I try to, you know, reduce the amount of just neglect to myself, because it's different forms of self-love, and that's one of them. Like, you have to love yourself a whole. You can't do 80-20. That 20% is what's gonna mess you up every time. So you gotta get that whole 100. Like, you gotta set the tone on how you want others to look at you or treat you for real. Like, set the tone. So, you know, I understand why you wouldn't want to smoke, or why you wouldn't want to drink, or why you wouldn't want to cuss, because honestly, that stuff isn't feeding you mentally, emotionally. It's not helping you grow as an individual. So there's no need for it. Right. So I can understand that.
Right. Also, another thing is like the anger. You know,
Yeah.
Like, you know, I tell this story all the time on the podcast. Like, the anger that I had to deal with from 18 on the way, still I'm fighting anger now.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't grow. I could not grow without that situation, those situations.
Definitely.
When I say my dad passed away, and it hurts me dearly. Like, part of my mind, and this is kind of crazy to say because I love my dad so much. But if he did not pass away, where would I be at?
It's not crazy to say, you know, I understand exactly what you're saying. Like, you needed that to happen so you could be this version of you. And, you know, that shows the growth within who you are, because life is all about how you look at situations. Like, yeah, the situation might be bad at hand. It's all about how you perceive it, though. You know what I'm saying? You can allow it to take over and allow it to be a negative entity when it don't even have to be that. It could be a lesson learned. You know what I'm saying? Like, say you might have a heartbreak or something, somebody try to play in your face. Oh, they hurt me. They the reason why I am the way I am. Or you could be like, I have understanding as to why they were the way they were towards me, because I need to work on such and such, whatever that may have been. Whether it be, you know, allowing people to run over you, you know what I'm saying, or I'm being too nice. You know, just whatever it is that you felt like, you know, you need self-growth at. Everything is always self-reflection. I think a lot of people lack in that area as far as taking accountability for who they are as an individual. They try to put the blame off on other things or entities when all this is an eternal thing within yourself. And if you don't do that soul searching, you'll forever be miserable or forever trying to fill that void that no one can fill but you.
That's good. So I guess another question we can kind of move is, like, I see that you've been like outside venturing, you know, whether that's going to like the waterfall, or like going to places that's kind of like, I guess I'm gonna call it spiritual. Release.
It's just my peace. I'm not gonna lie. I call Sundays my reset days. You know, to self-center myself. You know, everybody has their own things that makes them happy. I like waterfalls. Somebody else might like skating, or you know what I'm saying, whatever brings you, or music. You know, everybody got that one niche that helps them bring themselves back together. Me personally, you know, I'm heavily spiritual in my beliefs and things like that. So I go to the one closest thing to God, which is nature. So, you know, when I decide to meditate or pray, or if I'm feeling like my chest is heavy and I need to release, you know what I'm saying, I go to my therapist, which is him. You know what I'm saying? And I do a lot of self-reflection, like, okay, you know, why are things the way they are right now? What lesson is it that I'm supposed to be learning? A lot of times, you know what I'm saying, we run into repetitive issues because it's a certain lesson that we haven't learned yet, or even tried to figure out yet, that needs to be learned in order to take that next step or level up in life. You know, and not everybody be ready for that. A lot of people be complacent in where they're at, and they like comfortability instead of actually challenging themselves. It's okay to be uncomfortable, because when you're uncomfortable, that shows signs of growth of who you are as an individual. You're strong-minded. You can handle things. It's not meant for everybody.
Yeah, that's good too, because the thing is we all have our own ways of doing it, right?
Right.
All of us are on a spiritual journey.
Right.
It's like, whether that's like healing, whether that's like meditating, you know what I'm saying? We all have a spiritual journey we go through.
Right.
You know, for me, like today, before you came, I was outside for 2 hours, just like listening to my church.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, it's like, you know, it's been a long time. I'm not gonna hold you. It's been a long time since I've actually watched a church service. And so, as I mentioned in a post that I've made, I was like, you know, and in order to grow, you must have God in your life.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't just say it and then not do it.
Right.
So, man, for me, like I said, like my way of growing is to like just allow yourself to listen to your words.
Yeah.
Listen to your words, and also like allow yourself to be around people that's benefiting.
I think my definition of growth is release. Release. Let go. Cry. Scream. Do whatever it is. Let go. Because a lot of times, especially within the Black community, oh my gosh, people do not know how to release and let go. They will hold on to trauma rather than be uncomfortable and be by themselves. It's okay to take that time out to be by yourself. Sometimes you have to be by yourself so you can hear just your voice. When you got a lot of people around you, you can be easily influenced to do things. It was a point in my life, I was smoking so much. If someone was to pass me a blunt, I would hit that. I'm not gonna lie. I've gotten to a point now, if someone was to do that, I'm good. It was a point I couldn't do that. That's personal growth for me. I had to spend time by myself and get myself together so I can be able to do those things that I do now. Because like I said, you know, your journey is your journey. Especially when you have different versions of yourself. Like, you have to know how to deal with those versions of yourself. You don't necessarily truly know yourself unless you're really by yourself. And I don't mean texting people here and there, or get on the phone with somebody. Like, really self-isolation and discipline. Like, really discipline yourself and understand, okay, I got tunnel vision, I got a mission right now, I got things I want to do. So let me get focused, let me get centered, let me sit by myself, let me learn myself. You're continuously learning every day, so you cannot say that you fully understand yourself until you're really by yourself and you take that time to learn by yourself. I didn't know I could write and do poetry until I started spending time with myself. Like, honestly, I wasn't doing that. You know, it took for me to get bored. I'm not talking to nobody, I don't call nobody, so let me write, let me draw. You know what I'm saying? Like, you learn things about yourself when you do it, when you spend time by yourself.
Hey, so have you, this is a serious question, have you thought about doing motivational speaking?
I have, and I honestly feel like I would be good for doing that, and I know I have to stop just saying I'm thinking about it and do it, but I really am. I'm gonna do it, I ain't gonna lie, because I honestly feel like I have a lot to offer. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, like, I spend a lot of time by myself, you know, just a lot of stuff, reflection time by myself, and I would love to share, you know, just insight on my personal growth journey or what helped me better myself as an individual, you know, because like I said, you know, being behind the chair, you're a therapist too. It's a lot of times where my clients will tell me, like, Raven, you didn't know how much I needed to hear that. You know, I just have that gift, so you know, I want to share it. So yeah, I think I'm gonna start doing a motivational podcast.
Hey, y'all better encourage. Please do. Yeah, y'all better encourage her to do so, because I mean, it was a day where we was in, and it was just, I don't know if I was going through it, I don't know if I was just needing to hear it, but it was just like, she was saying stuff, and I was just like, bruh, go ahead and do the motivational speaking.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that for real, because I don't know, like I said, it makes me feel good to know that I can help someone else in some type of way to make them, you know, just feel better, or, you know, just give them some type of insight based off my journey. Because everything ain't sunshine and rainbows over here in me. I'm willing to lay out every version of who I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm not shy. And it's one thing about it, you know, this is my life, this is my journey. Like, it's nothing that you could say or do to make me, you know, feel some type of way or break, because at the end of the day, those were different versions of me. That's not what defines me as an individual.
Right.
Yeah.
So outside of that, I guess this is probably two last things I'll say. I'll ask. So what have you been doing, like, recently to, like, you know, at least build your brand a little bit more?
One thing I will say, and it's just this to go with what you're saying. As an entrepreneur, as an individual person, whatever it is you're going after in life, work on yourself more than anything else. Work on your mentality more than anything else, because you are what you attract. So it's important to put your spiritual, your mental first, because those are things that you carry with you even in your afterlife. You know what I'm saying? You can't put so much emphasis on going after that money, going after, oh, let me hurry up and try to get this car and stuff. Stuff not gonna always go your way. Life is gonna always life, but that mentality, that's something no one or nothing could ever take from you. And you can be the strongest person in the room if you actually take time out to really get a better understanding of who you are and what you bring as an individual, because stuff like that really, really makes a difference in, you know, not just your life, but the people around you too. You really be an influence on the ones you love. Like my mom used to eat really bad. She was not eating right, had a lot going on, and I'm like, all right, I'm finna help you. Like she used to get mad at me. She was like, I don't want to eat like this just because you eating. You know what I'm saying? But now it's to a point where she'll go to the grocery store and she'll get the things that I used to get her on her own. You know, it's a lot of times she'll tell me, Raven, I really appreciate you, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be doing such and such. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to, I call it planting seeds. You, like I was telling my friend earlier, like, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. You can always plant seeds. Once you plant those seeds, you've done your part. You know what I'm saying? You just set the tone for others. That's all.
You sound my co-worker at my job. 'Cause he be saying the same, like he says the exact same things. What was that, like Friday, he was talking about like spiritual warfare.
Yes.
At the job, and I was like, dog. So every time you talk about certain things, you remind me of him, because he talks about that all the time, and I'm like, I need that.
Yeah, cause
but a last thing I'll say, and then I'll ask you if you have any questions for me. Because ever since the podcast, this girl went off like asking questions. I'm just like, I want to know someone.
Yeah.
But the last question is this: what is the next step for you?
Whatever God got in store for me. I can't even tell you what tomorrow might bring for me. I don't even know what time I'm gonna wake up for. I got in my mind what time I might wake up.
Yeah.
I can't tell you though. We gotta get there.
Yeah.
I just know that my journey is great. I'm just gonna keep persevering and being the best version of myself that I can be. And whatever's in store for me and whatever gets handed to me, I will receive it with grace, humility, and appreciation, and just allow myself to keep growing until whatever deed that I needed to do while I was here is done.
That's good. You got any questions for me?
Where do you see yourself in the next 2 years? You know, you about to get out of college. You about to be done.
Well, so where do I see myself? Your mother and I have had this conversation a lot before. It depends on the situation. So I got 3 routes. One, I'm going to try to find a job in videography.
Yeah.
I want to get to sports broadcasting. And I'm thinking about it. As much as I don't like to write, I might even do sports journalism. So it considers out of Yasmin. If it's not Yasmin, myself, and the other 2.
Why you don't find a way to incorporate all those things?
Well, I say this out of seriousness, because I tell her this too. 2 years from now, 2 years from now is a long time.
Yeah.
We don't know if we'll be together.
Okay, understood.
So the thing is
hey.
So the thing is God willing, we will be. But sorry, my eyes. But if not, then I have to go to the other two.
Yeah.
I can incorporate all three. So the other two would be moving to Colombia.
Okay.
And because that's like my mainstay.
Yeah.
And just try to see if I can build my own, like, working videography down there, but also build my own studio out there.
Could I give you like a suggestion?
Yes.
Take a leap of faith. Do what you feel like is gonna make you the best version of you. Don't think about all the technicalities. Don't think about everything outside of it. Have a vision and go for it. Because it wouldn't be a vision if you worried about all the trials and the bumps in the road to get there.
So I told y'all she need the elevation on Instagram. But yeah, like, in seriousness, like, I want to be getting into videography. I want to have my own podcast studio because I need it badly since I don't got Instagram Live.
But see, that's why I said, like, you know, it's important to have that go get it mentality, because nothing should stop you. It don't matter if you don't got it or not. Whatever it is that you want to do that. Because I ain't gonna lie, like I said, if it wasn't for hair, I don't know where I would be at, for real. Like, I didn't know, you know, I had people doubting me when I first started hair. People was telling me I can't make no money off doing hair. Was telling me it wasn't a real job. People telling me I can't do hair. You know what I'm saying? But if I would have listened to them and I would have allowed them to get in my ear, I wouldn't even have made it as far as I done made it. I surpassed a lot. Now, I've seen people, I used to get bullied when I was younger. I seen people, the same people that used to bully me, I seen where they at right now. They got kids going through stuff. God has blessed me to be able to have my instructor's license, cosmetology license, be able to do what I love. I'm able to travel. I'm able to do things that makes me happy. And all I had to do was stay down and trust the process. Stay down and trust your process. Do what you feel like is going to benefit you. Don't worry about everything else, because all that is just a distraction to throw you off the track. Just keep going.
That's a mental note. Yeah, so videography, podcasting. Whether that's in Tennessee, whether that's in Colombia, whether that's in Augusta.
Okay. That's good. That's good. That's good.
Right now, seriously, like, I think, like, working with cameras has been like.
That's an obsession for you. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it's an obsession. like I straight up, if I'm not doing editing, if I'm not doing some type of videos thing, I'm either on my phone taking camera pictures of something of myself.
Yeah.
Or I'm either taking pictures of something else.
Yeah, like, I feel like, you know, videography is something that you love. You can get into modeling. I want to get into modeling. I ain't gonna lie, because I like, you know, I just have a certain personality where I'm gonna dress how I feel and move how I feel. Where's the light at? I'm cracking up. No, for real.
But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, you talking about modeling. For me, I don't know if I could do. Well, I know I could, but for me, I just rather.
You like taking pictures? But see, that's why I say it's important to step by yourself and learn yourself, because you don't know what interest you take in. You like taking pictures.
Yeah.
The same thing, modeling. Yeah. You just gotta, and it brings out a certain type of confidence within yourself. Mm-hmm. You know, the cameras, that shows like, all right, this is me. You know?
Yeah.
Same thing with, you know, being a videographer, like how you do what you love. Like, you have confidence in what you do because that's what you love to do. You know, just build off of that. I had to learn how to stop. Because I would try to find jobs. Like, when hair got slow, I ain't gonna lie, there's been times where I lost faith a little bit. And I'm like, I need to go get a job. Every time I got a job, hair got so busy. So instead of me doing that, I said, you know what? I'm going to start finding things within my field to help me gain more money. So I started selling wigs. And had t-shirts, bonnets, edge control. I started teaching now. I started diving within my profession. But it's still all leads up to one common denominator: hair. So incorporate all that.
Okay. You got me thinking. Okay, I get it. Cause like I said, it is all in the same group.
Yeah, explore. You never tried it, so you can't even say if you wouldn't like it or not.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
No, you good. You good.
But yeah, I think that's it. Like for like that aspect. Like I said, only God knows where I want to go.
Yeah.
But for right now, in the next year and some year and a half, I'll be graduating from college, and I just want to be able to love you too.
Love you too, Mom.
I want to be able to benefit. You never texted me back. Text
Last night, but what you saying? What you saying? Answering. Oh, I love you.
But yeah, like I said, we all God only knows my future. A year and a half from now, a lot can change. So far, right now, I want to get into videography.
Yeah.
I want to be able to benefit somebody in some way.
You already do. You touch people. You touch every person that you come in contact with just by being yourself. Just be yourself. Just be yourself. You make a difference, and no matter what, you always gonna be that difference because you're you.
Yeah, she said that. But yeah, so that's it for that answer. You got any more?
Not at the top of my head, no.
Okay. Well, I'll let you know one other thing that I'm kind of doing. Like I said, I'm trying for the Loc'd podcast, as y'all may know, or some of y'all don't know, if y'all are watching. We're trying to change our branding a little bit. If you ever watch the Loc'd podcast, we are trying to implement more ways to make it about the special guests than it is about me just talking to a special guest. So with that being said, I said that we were going to switch it up to where we promote more about to them, but to the special guests. And so Raven, go ahead and promote your socials.
So you guys can follow me on Instagram at raven.unique. You can follow my Facebook at Raven, RA_VEN. I'm also selling oil. If you would like to purchase some, you can text me directly for that and my contact information. And anything that you need as far as health care, doesn't matter. Anything as far as hair and beauty, I'm your girl.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me on your podcast too.
Yeah. That's hairstylist naked. But yeah, Loc'd podcast. Thank y'all so much for watching. I want to thank Raven for helping me with getting Instagram live, because I don't think otherwise I would not know how to do a recording, because I did say we were going to do one, and randomly just off the blue it just said that I couldn't do it because I don't have 1,000 followers, which is stupid. So again, thank you so much for saving me with doing this. But yeah, hey, y'all make sure to go follow the Loc'd podcast on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? We want to help you. We want to be able to build off and eventually want to have y'all on. You know what I'm saying? We are not holding back with nobody if they want to be on.